George, what brought you to this event?
Esther had asked me if I had any interest in speaking to people who write. And that's intimidating for me because I never, I mean, there are people that work really, really hard at the craft. And I think, what am I going to teach these people? What can I say to them? But, as we talked about it and she discussed the kinds of things that she'd like to cover, it became a possibility that I might have something to say. So I'm excited. Of all the things that I do, writing is the most fun thing for me. It's the most meaningful thing for me.
Wow.
And so I've never been to a writer's conference.
Really?
I know they have them, but
you haven't spoken at one?
No.
Nor attended one?
No.
Okay.
No. So I thought this would be really interesting for me.
Right.
I don't know if it'd be interesting for people who have to listen to me, but it'd be really neat to be around a room full of people who have that same perspective of wanting to serve Christ with that talent,
right,
and skill and gift, and just learning from them.
Well, and you prepared, I thought, a very thoughtful presentation. I mean, to me it was you.
Well, I worked at that more than almost anything I've done.
That could have been a major presentation. It was a major.
Well, I treated it that way.
Yeah, it was it was tremendous. Just briefly, just touch the, a couple of highlights of that. You were basically talking about the future of writing and positioning us where we are now. Yeah. And so what were a couple of the points that you thought were most interesting to you?
Well, one of them certainly is you look at the increase in competition to capture a reader's attention, where we've gone from about 250,000 books a year, new books published per year just 10 years ago,
right,
to about 1.5 million today.
Right. And
that number is continuing to increase. You look at the fact that self-publishing has overtaken traditional publishing, by more than a 7-2 margin. So, you look at all of these changes there, but then the most significant one of all to me was the fact that when any product becomes digitized, inevitably it seems to move toward that content becoming free. Mm-hmm. So we've got a room full of people here who have been raised with the mindset, if I write, I'll get paid for what I write. Many of them in there actually are trying to make their full living off writing.
Right.
And juxtapose that against the reality that 10 years from now, perhaps 10, 12, 15, maybe less, you won't be able to make a living off writing in the conventional way.
Right.
You're going to have a whole new way of doing it, whether you become a writer in residence,
right,
whether you get a patron, whether you write on blogs and other formats where you're selling advertising and the advertising pays for your writing. Right. They're going to have a 360-degree relationship, the same way that a lot of musical artists have gone, because
they have to make the money in the road now.
You can't sell music.
But you sort of, in a way, were lamenting this as personally, because you have enjoyed the cloistered life of a writer. I don't say that.
Yeah.
So how do you think about that for yourself when you realize that this is shifting and changing? It's not a big convenient opportunity. So, but what do you think about it?
Well, for me, what that essentially means is that there's got to be a complete renovation or revolution of the model that I use, because the model I currently use is good for maybe a few more years, and then that's kaput. So I've got to have a whole team of people that understand this new digital world,
sure,
and can put those things together. While I do my writing thing, they can do the marketing, the distribution, the development thing, and that's a big change.
Well, and then you, like you said, you're an introvert, and it's difficult. I think people always find that amusing about public figures, about a number of public figures who are actually introverts. But emotionally and psychologically, it just adds a great, even more work to you to engage.
Even more than work, it's a lot of stress.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And anxiety.
Yeah.
So, it's not a shift that I look forward to.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I don't control the process.
Yeah. Who have you enjoyed here? I mean, who spoke or?
Is the correct answer you? Is that the?
Jesus is the correct answer. Jesus is speaking
Always.
through everyone. Okay, barring Jesus, we're giving you a due. Who said some things that you found interesting, intriguing, compelling?
The fella yesterday, and I'm
The dummies.
sorry
John
I don't remember his
Kilcullen.
name. But yeah.
Wow.
He was very interesting, very thought-provoking. So he was very good. Well, I'm blanking out now on who I've heard because we've heard so many people.
What was
so-
the theme that you're thinking of that you if it's not the person, what was the topic that?
No, if you give me the schedule and I'll tell you.
Okay, sorry, forget it.
Can I reach down and get the schedule? Am I allowed to?
Yeah, we can edit all this
You're the
up.
man. Thank you. Okay. I just wanted you guys to work harder.
You need a team.
Oh, you know what? Erin Ulrich was very interesting because she works in the whole design area, and I'm clueless about
Okay.
all of that.
Right.
And so just little things that she'd kind of throw out while she was walking through stuff.
Yeah.
That to her was, but I'm like, whoa, really?
Like color. The issue of color.
They use color now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, she said something about like for marketing books, for your cover, because they use thumbprints of books. in
Yes.
So many places use a
Yes.
photograph on there.
Yes.
Because that's the thing that you can actually pull out of that kind of a format. And I'd never thought about that.
Right.
But I thought, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And the different types of design that they can do within the ebooks and stuff. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
liked her. Mark Batterson, I always enjoy listening to. Mark is a very good presenter. He was great. Ken Blanchard, always.
Have you worked with him numerous times?
Yeah. But I mean, every time I hear him, it's like, oh man, Grandpa's talking again, and he's got some stuff.
He's got game. Grandpa's got mojo. He keeps kicking us.
He's in the zone. So I love Ken. Yeah.
It gives you hope, right? Like, I can keep going. It does me.
I'm not that much of an optimist, but
How shocking.
yeah, I know.
Okay, talk to me about this event was really called by Esther. I mean, I think most of us showed up to support her because we believe in her, whatever.
Right.
What is it about? I mean, listen, you have a choice of agents and people to work with. What is it that what is it about what Esther does that you've determined is unique or helpful or interesting?
I love Esther. She's a great lady. She's young, aggressive, edgy, works hard. Maybe more than anything, she's honest.
Yeah.
Which is not a trait that usually when you see the word agent, you say, oh, honest. Yeah.
Word game, word association.
Wrong. You lose. But she is. She's got real vision for what she wants to do. So I've had a great working relationship with her.
For how many years now?
Time and me are like oil and water.
5 years. It's been 5 years, I think, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
I'll buy that.
That's when you introduced me to her, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So it's probably been at least that.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little longer. Probably right after Revolution. So maybe even like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
But she's great. I love her husband Jimmy.
Yeah, he's a great guy,
Yeah,
musician,
the kids
killer.
are fun. So, yeah, he's a great musician.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Serious.
They're like the whole package for me. They're
Yeah.
just great people.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
I was able to come up with answers.
That's good. But that was one segment. Now we're going to go to the fun stuff.
Oh God! Oh no!